Okay, so this is going to be how to make a fingerboard part 2, I guess. So this was the first one I made. So you can see that really nice two-tone, really nice shine from the lacquer. And I've been riding it for like a day or two, and it's pretty nice. Got the foam grip on there, and then just some white CNC wheels, and then just some P-Rep trucks. It works pretty good. The concave is much like lower. You can see there it's like a nearly like not really flat, but like the tail and the nose are pretty like shallow, and then also the concave itself is not very deep, which is okay, I guess. I know some people like a lot deeper shapes. Yeah, so that was the first one I did, and I think I've said it multiple times. It's about 35 by like 100, 101. It's pretty long, which is actually a little bit annoying. Yeah, it's pretty long. But then here I have this deck. This is the third deck I've had out of the mold. There's a really nice green on there. You might be able to see there's like a bit of a swirl from the wood grain. And then it's a really nice silver colored top ply. And this one is not done. I still need to hit it with a couple more coats of lacquer. I just have to go to the store and get some more. But it's really nice. You might be able to see. No, I can get the camera to stop freaking blinding you. Well, anyways, it's gray, green, brown, maple color, then like a tan, and then green. So 2 coats of green in it, so it's pretty nice. Really cool side profile, I guess. Yeah, so this one is really nice. I didn't use the shaper, which is here. I just used that to trace out an initial shape, and then I just kind of cut down. As you can see, it's a little bit more boxy shape than this one, which I think I'll like a lot more because it's definitely shorter and also a little bit less wide, because the 35 is kind of whack to be using for me. So I'm just going to kind of show you what everything I use to make a board is. So I think I left the mold down in the garage, and I have to grab some saran wrap. So I'm going to go grab those real quick, and then I'll come back. Okay, so now I have the saran wrap. I just use this so that around the deck so that it doesn't glue to the mold, because that would definitely suck. So yeah, I grabbed the mold. And then, so I use some wood glue. You can probably use like Gorilla Glue. Painter's tape, because I'm going to be trying to do a split ply this time. So I'm going to use this to connect it so it doesn't leak glue. Some sandpaper, just to like make the edges the right way when you're making a split ply, because I watched a couple of videos and that's what they were doing. That X-Acto knife blade thing. I use a little cutting board so I don't scratch my table more than it already is. And then I have this veneer pack from Amazon that has a bunch of different types of wood. And yeah, it's pretty nice. And then set that box on the ground. And then also just here's the little bag of pieces I've already used for if I want to use that for part of the split ply. So now I think I'm going to put it in time lapse and make this thing. Okay, so I just wanted to add the sizing I'm using for these is about 1.5 inches. So about that wide. And I cut it down obviously once they're out of the mold by about 4.5 to 4 3/4 size for the just like individual veneers, or I don't know how to say it. My mom always gets mad at me whichever way I say it. So hopefully I'm saying it right, but that's the measures I'm doing is 1.5 by about 4.5 to 4 3/4. Or yeah, 4 Okay, so I've cleaned up my area, I guess. So I have two builds here. So one's gonna have this cool brownish top ply, which came from the 2-tone piece of wood, and then just 3 maple centers, and then that's the tape, and it's gonna have this cool gray and red split ply. So that's gonna be that one. And then I have this one here with a cool red top ply, and then maple and green, maple, and then this cool brown and yeah, so the brown from also the same like two-tone kind of piece of wood, and then it has a cool silver streak down the center, and then it has tape on the back to keep it all together. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple days, and I'll come back to you when I think I have this board, done, and then these two shaped and done as well. So it'll probably be 2 or 3 days from now. Okay, so I have to be a little bit quiet because people are still sleeping. This is the split ply deck. I just barely went and drilled the holes. I am a little bit nervous. I haven't taken it out yet because when I was putting it in yesterday, I heard a bit of a crack when I was putting it in the mold. So hopefully I was just tripping and it wasn't an actual crack, because that would really suck. But yeah. So you can see through the saran wrap, I got the holes in there. Really cool red top ply. I can't see the bottom because there's the tape on it, but that's what I'm a little bit worried about. Okay, so it doesn't look like the crack was in the top ply. See, it's really nice red color, and holes looked pretty good alignment. The other one, I'll grab it real quick. This green one here is a really, really nice, like pretty emerald green kind of color. It's not really noticeable when riding. You might be able to see it. This top truck is like a little bit over, just barely, but it's, it still rides great. And then there's a little bit of that really nice silver or gray top ply peeking through on that deck. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull the tape off.
I might grab the hot air blower dryer thing just to little like warm up the tape so it'll pull off easier, and then I'll be able to pull it off a little bit better because it's already starting to peel a little bit of water.
Okay, so you already seen the red side, and sadly some bits did peel up, which actually kind of like gouged it pretty bad on the sides. But besides that, like, the split ply itself is like so smooth, and I don't think we're grab a shaper. Yeah, so those gouges are literally not going to even be in the area being used anyways, so I think it'll be alright. So yeah, this is a pretty darn nice. It's a little bit off. You can see it goes through the center up here and then goes through one of the bottom drills down there, but I think it'll be alright. Yeah, so now I'm gonna go shape it to probably a similar kind of boxy shape to this one, and yeah. Okay, so I finished the green one, and I really like the shape I did with it. It has a really nice green. So I love this deck. It's probably my main one for now. And then here's the split ply. Sadly, when I was taking the tape off, it ripped off a big chunk, but it doesn't seem to affect the performance too bad. This one's like a little bit more like, you know, kind of like a like a grave tomb kind of shape with the rounded top and the squared out bottom. And this one's pretty good. And yeah, here you can see I did a cool little grip job, and you can see the red, and also put some pictures on screen of the red and possibly the gray here. Once they're done, like of the done pictures, because they're kind of hidden by grip tape now. But this one's pretty good. I am having a little bit of a problem with like the shortness of the back of this. I mean, it's working okay, but I definitely like this one a little bit more, and this one is also a little bit thinner. And then this deck was the first one I did, and I definitely like these shapes a lot more. These were without using the shaping block, so one was using the shaping block, and it's just a little bit too long and too wide. So I definitely like these ones more, and you can also can't really see these lines on these ones quite as much, which is definitely nice. Then the last deck is down there in the mold, but I got lazy, and so I think I'm gonna cut the video here. But thanks for watching.